into the world of fashion, where creativity meets innovation and beauty goes hand in hand with style. On Fashion Wednesday, we delve into the journeys of influential voices in the fashion and beauty industries here in Ghana. From emerging designers to seasoned professionals, we explore their stories, their crafts, and vision for fashion's future. Get the inside scoop on the latest trends, expert styling tips, and beauty hacks to elevate your look. Join me every week as we celebrate the art, the passion, and the people behind the scenes who make fashion more than what we just wear. This is Fashion Wednesday, where fashion comes to life. Catch Fashion Wednesday every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on MX24 TV.
Hi everybody, you're most welcome to Fashion Wednesday this morning on the AM Club. My name is the Daphne Flashley. Yes, I like it. Fashion Wednesday, Daphne Flashley. I think there's so they made the right decision. But ladies and gentlemen, if you watch the Telecel Ghana Music Awards, I'm sure there's one particular face that you will not forget. Now, when I saw her, I asked her, do you become famous overnight? And she's like, really? I say, yes, really. I'll tell you why. But before we get into Fashion Wednesday, and I hope that I've whet your appetite to sit and stay with us, but let's get straight into Fashion Wednesday. But before that, let me put you on something amazing. But we're calling on vendors, okay? Now, this is why we're calling on vendors. Are you ready to showcase your brand at a curated pop-up market experience? That is the big question for you today. Are you ready to showcase your brand at one of the biggest, most curated pop-up experience? East Garden Exchange 2.0 is happening on May 29th and 30th at the East Garden Event Center in East Legon, and we want you there. Yes, you watching me, you everybody, we want you there at East Garden. Now, this is your chance to connect with shoppers, grow your brand, and be part of a distinct international marketplace. Now, spaces are limited. Call 0243821 or 02429537775 to secure your spot today. Follow the vibe at East Garden _exchange or an East Garden Exchange 2.0, created, distinct, intentional. But apart from East Garden events that will be happening, I also want to put you on something. So for my hair lovers, there's something that is curated specifically for you, and I'm talking about the new BO60 No Lie Hair Relaxer. Now, looking for perfectly stronger, healthier, and beautifully straight hair without irritation on your salon or relax or retouch days, then try the new BO60 No Lie Hair Relaxer and thank me later. Yes, don't even thank me later, thank me now, because I'm giving you like the secrets now, okay? Now, this BO16 specially crafted 3-in-1 formula straightens, strengthens, and protects your hair, leaving it with lasting smoothness and a radiant shine. Now, it's gentle on your scalp and enriches with shea butter, coconut oil, and olive oil to nourish your hair. I wish I could say my hair was my hair, but it doesn't matter. Well, choose BO16 No Lie Hair Relaxer for a gentle yet powerful transformation that lasts long, okay? Now, that's wow. Available at beauty stores and supermarkets near you. New BO16 No Lie Hair Relaxer. Express yourself. The GC brand, it's all about you. Yes, definitely you. For a big conversation today on Fashion Wednesday, I was saying that this beautiful lady, if you remember the red carpet of the just ended Telecel Ghana Music Awards, that was going viral, okay? Now, if you think of Snake, think about this girl. No. Yeah, don't go far. Yes, I guess you guessed it right. Now, there was this beautiful girl with a snake around her neck, with a whole armor, shining armor. This is the person that God said that we will bring to come and deliver. Yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, joining me for Fashion Wednesday today is one of Ghana's finest fashion model who is also creating and making statements on red carpets. We have here in the studios with us on MX24 TV, Vinache. Hi, how How are you?
Very well, and you?
Very well, thank you. First of all, do you like that introduction?
I do.
Did I do
feel
justice?
so honored.
Okay. Yeah, let's get
thank
straight
you.
into the conversation. First of all,
Right.
how are you doing?
Very well. I'm amazing.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Yeah, yeah. You feel good. How's the reception been so far since the TGM's
Whew.
red carpet? People haven't stopped talking about your look.
Right. I've
Yeah.
been seeing myself everywhere on social media. Honestly, I didn't really expect my traction. You know, I wanted to get the people talking, but then I was a bit skeptical because, you know, we have celebrities coming on board as well. You are trying to compete with these celebrities on the red carpet. So how can you make a statement for people to recognize you? So I'm really glad that, you know, people are receptive of the dress. They love it. And yeah, I'm glad, you know, it's making trends right now. And I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, yeah. But guys, if you're confused, yes, we're still in MX24. We are not on a red carpet. So if you're confused on what she's wearing today, please
my
know
God.
we are not having any red carpet events right here. How did modeling start for you? When did you say, I want to be on the runway, I want to make campaigns for brands, and I want to make this a career?
Okay, great. So with modeling, it's always been something I've been passionate about since I was young. You know, it's an innate quality I possess. I've always wanted to be on the magazines. I wanted to be on billboards, been out there. So it's something I've, you know, been always passionate about. With starting my career, a photographer reached out to me. Well, I actually reached out to the photographer wanting to shoot with the photographer. And he told me he would get back to me. He reached back to me. We shot, you know, a picture, and then it went viral. Once it went viral, brands started reaching out to me, other makeup artists, photographers, and I started creating more concepts, and boom, here we are today.
Yeah,
So it's something I've always wanted to do. Yeah, and I'm really glad that photographer gave me the chance. Shout out to Ram Studios. Yeah, because of Ram, I'm here today.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's how it all started for me.
did you get a couple of no's before you finally got like?
Not entirely. With when I was starting, I was in uni when I started. I joined Instagram once I was in uni, and I was seeing people taking photo shoots and doing stuff like that, and I really wanted to do it, but I didn't know how to. I think one day an influencer was doing a question and answer tag thingy on her Instagram, and then I asked her, how do I get into this thing, this modeling thing? How do I shoot for brands and all of that? She was like, you can pitch out to photographers to collaborate and network with them. So I shot
that's
my
where
shot.
the idea came from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I reached out to a couple of photographers. Well, some didn't respond, but then a couple of them did, and they sent their rates. I was in level 100 back then. It was quite costly. Yes.
Hey, you people, you have them. You sent this little level 100 girl rates. Wow, tell us more.
Crazy. Yeah. They sent their rates. It was quite expensive. But then, you know, Ram Studios just got back to me, and he was like, you know what, come to my studio and let's shoot something. And that's when it hits. We shot it, it went viral. A lot of people liked it. So then brands started reaching out to me, other photographers. We started creating more, and here we are today.
Yeah. I see that when you're talking about your success story, you don't leave Ram out. What's something you would like to tell him?
Oh my days. He has brought me this far. As I said, other people were sending their rates and all, but then he just called me for us to shoot something. And he's big too, so for him to give me that platform to actually express myself and put myself out there, I'll be forever grateful.
Yeah. Well, let's get into your TGMA's look. Let's start from the beginning to the end. First of all, the idea. Where did that come from? It was too daring. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Madam, where did that come from? Talk to us about that.
Actually, I'm a very daring person, right? So I went for Miss Malika, by the way, in 2022.
Oh, yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, thank
to that.
you. It all started from there. When it comes to fashion, I like to go out of the box and, you know, express myself differently. You know, in Ghana like this, we have this conventional mindset where when you do certain things, it gets people talking and all of that. But then, you know, I like to push myself out there and do the most. So, funny enough, so one midnight, actually, so before this whole thing started, I was doing just photo modeling and commercial modeling. I wasn't really doing high fashion and red carpet and all of that. So prior to TGMAs, we had Porial Speech. I don't know if you know of Porial Speech. Yes. So Dulcie Barton was doing an awards thingy, and one of the awards was Best Dressed Porials. I was like, okay, I mean, a lot of people will be there. Why not? I also push myself out there, then, dress in an African way, express myself beautifully. So I did that, and it also got a lot of traction on social media. People loved the dress, those who loved the dress. So many people loved it. And with the TGMEs, I was a bit skeptical. I didn't want to go, but then my designer and a couple of my friends were like, "Oh, since Poriel's page got a lot of traction, why don't you also put yourself out there for TGME? You never know what opportunities you can get from TGME." I was like, okay, I'll think about it, but I wasn't so certain. So one midnight, I was just on my phone, going through YouTube, watching old videos from 2016, music videos, and I came across Nicki Minaj Anaconda.
So that is where you go, my God. You see, I knew
Crazy.
it. The word Nicki Minaj. Oh.
And I missed the song. But the TGMA thing was still in my head. I was thinking of how can I express myself, in a daring way? How can I push myself to get people talking? I actually wanted to get people talking. I was like, Anaconda. So the next morning, I just called my designer, Lakupwe. He's also very dramatic as I am. We've worked on a few projects too before, so I knew he would be the best person, to hop on this project with me. So I spoke to Lakupwe. I was like, Salom, TGMA is coming. I don't really have a concept, but then I want to do something with, an animal concept, something like a snake. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds great, So he sent me a couple of sketches. I was like, With the first sketch he sent, the snake was all around my body. I was like, that's a bit too much. I mean, yeah, I want to go, I want to be daring, but then that's a bit too much. So he kept sending me a number of sketches, and I was like, you know what? With the concept, I could actually push it in an AI prompt, and then it would have the sketch done for me. So we put it into an AI prompt, and then it generated something. And I loved it. I was like, okay, this seems a bit, daring, but let's try it and see how it goes. Yeah. So we did exactly that, and it turned out how you saw. Yeah, everywhere.
Amazing. You know what? Like when I saw it, I said, are we still in TGMAs or we've gotten to Met Gala? Have they exchanged? But apart from that, okay, let's also get into the hair, the makeup. How did that also happen?
Yeah, so with the makeup, because we're doing a lot on the dress, we just wanted to do something subtle. But with the hair, if you saw the hair, we did something like
a swell,
a swell. Yeah, that is also in tune with the snake concept. So we decided to go with that and just a nude glam for the dress to do the talking. Because,
okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you've heard it, if you want a look, watch 2016 music videos. Maybe you. Maybe who knows? Who knows? Exactly.
Yeah, think out of the box.
Exactly. But stepping on the red carpet, especially like the look being there, did you ever think that people were gonna judge? Especially with one part of your boobs very this one and one covered.
Exactly. Yeah. As I said, we are in a conventional society where in Ghana, when people expose themselves, they tend to talk and all of that. But then the reception was not even like that at all. Well, I had a few comments, some people were saying certain things, but then the overall outcome, people loved it, people were receptive to it, people loved the idea of me going out there, being daring and all of that. So yeah, I had that in mind. Yeah, it's conventional, but at the end of the day, I still wanted to get people talking. I'll still push myself out there. If I was working on Victoria Secrets, round where I don't think people will congratulate me and all. So
exactly.
I think we should still take risks and push ourselves out there when it comes to fashion. Yeah.
As a fashion model, what would you say some of the biggest challenges are?
So one challenge is, being consistent and staying innovative. Yeah, especially in a fast-paced era like fashion. People are constantly doing new things. It's also competitive, People are hopping on it a lot more. So trying to stay more innovative and consistent, can be a hurdle sometimes. Yeah.
What should fans expect from Vinache? Since you've done your big one, girl.
I know,
you've done your big one.
There's
no way that after we've rooted for you, and I'm now your number one fan,
Oh,
you
thank
come and then bring us,
no way. It's only
girl,
talk
be
from
warned.
here. Only talk from here.
What should we expect from Vinache?
Yeah, right. So right now that I've put myself out there and people are hoping for more, you know, I'm hoping to push my brand even more internationally and put Ghana on the map, you know, like the way Nani Keado is doing. She's doing a big one. I love her. She's doing amazing. Who knows? I'm even trying to push myself to be on the AMVCA red carpet someday and hopefully even Met Gala. Yeah, so I'm also looking at working with, you know, other videographers and photographers to push out more fashion inspirations on my Instagram pages, my social media pages. So yeah, they should only expect nothing but the best, but it's only
Yeah.
up from here.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely
by God's grace.
up from here. Which designers are you willing to work with? You know.
So in Ghana, I've worked with a couple of top designers, like Ope. I'm still hoping to work with him more, even.
I know Salome.
everything.
Salome, I watch
Oh,
you.
you do?
Yes, I know you. You told me when. Oh, come, when. You've passed my back and you've gone to do this. Is it because I didn't want to do snake? Don't worry, we'll do snake.
Don't worry.
But big shout out
you.
to him. He's doing an amazing
He's
job.
doing amazing.
Thank you so much for
good.
putting my girl on. Exactly.
Thank you, Salome. Yeah, so Salome, a couple of more Ghanaian designers and even Nigerian designers. I've seen a couple of Nigerian designers that I like to work. I think Abbas woman, he's very good. He's also very daring.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad you brought Abbas up. And as a fashion model, let's talk about this. So last week, after the TGME and AMVCA, we saw that Nani Ikuado's look had some issues. I don't know if you saw that. Did you, or let me run you through it. Okay. So there's a designer that came out to say that they started a sketch and then Nani Ikuado took it to Abbas to finish it. But with the conversations that were posted, yes, they started putting the idea together. But Nani Ikuado wanted something more buoyant, you know, out there. And then they wanted demure, the same thing, but they wanted it a little more less. So she told the lady she didn't want to work with her anymore, and a full refund was done. And then she took it to Abbas woman, and Abbas woman did exactly, you know, how she wanted it to be, very out there. Then after the whole look was out and it was talked about, this lady that she started doing the sketch for came on Instagram to come and say that she wasn't even given credit. What do you think about that? As a fashion model, how are you seeing it? Do you think that, I mean, because the original sketch and the original idea was Nani Ikuado, is Nani Ikuado's intellectual property?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she brought a concept to you on board, right? You both planned it. I think they even signed a contract, you know, prior to everything. Yes, so I feel like if she wants to go out there and be daring and you're trying to limit her, that's so wrong. At the end of the day, it's her concept. She brought it on board and she is planning to, you know, wear the dress. She's wearing the outfits. And one thing about fashion is if you're not confident in the outfits, you will not be able to rock the red carpet well. Yes, you will feel less of yourself and all. With me, if I don't feel good in the outfits, I'm not going for the event. So I feel like she has every right to go to a different designer who will make her feel, you know, more out there, who push her concept and her ideas and bring it out. Yes, so with what the first designer is saying,
Did the first designer deserve the tag or the mention, as she said?
Honestly,
especially with the full refund being done, do you think that at least there should have been a little thing where Nani Ikuado could have even added her to the thank you list somewhere? Or she didn't owe her that?
I mean, not entirely. The designer is not really entitled because a refund was made and all. But then I mean, a tag too doesn't hurt nobody. It's fine too to tag. But then at the end of the day, she went to a different designer. A refund was made and all. So everything works perfectly. I don't think, you know, that designer was entitled to anything after.
Yes,
Yeah.
she wasn't entitled to anything after, right?
I don't
Well, let's just do a little bit of this. We held 2 major shows in Africa on the same day. The Telesel Ghana Music, believe it or not, Telesel Ghana Music is a big deal in Africa.
Yeah.
And then the AMVCA is also a big deal. But when we take a look at the intentionality and everything that was put into the AMVCA red carpet, and then about us, you know, there was a lot of talks. What do you think the issue is? Why do we always go off script sometimes? Because if you take a look, the theme was
A touch of glitter.
A touch of glitter. But people were coming with pure gold.
Honestly.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I feel like the TGMA red carpet, honestly, a lot has to be worked on. You know, Nigeria, they keep pushing themselves out there and doing the most all the time. I feel like Ghana, we don't like to take risks. We are always in our shell. We don't want to get people talking. You know, we are always trying to be secluded and all of that. Yeah, with AMVCA, it's always a big deal. I feel like there should be maybe some sort of segregation in a sense that not to hurt anybody or anything, but maybe it should be very strict. The red carpet should be very strict in a sense that maybe we have the VVIP people, you know, really conforming to the, you know, theme, the set theme, and then set on the red carpet. And
Right.
maybe
Yeah.
we have the influencers and the
Yeah.
other people too on a different red carpet. Because with the AMVCAs like this being on the same day with the TGMAs, even I had people, Nigerians coming to my comment section, some people were like, oh, so far this is the best we've seen so far. Like there was a lot of comparison. I didn't like it at all. I feel like Ghanaians, we can do better. I really believe in us. Yeah, I think fashion is evolving and Ghanaians are hopping on, but we should be willing to push ourselves out there and take risks. You know, and you know, take fashion seriously. You know,
Yeah.
So.
Which runway shows have you been on so far since you started your career?
Right. So, I've done more of photo modeling and commercial modeling. Yeah.
Have you been on runway yet?
Yeah, but that was such a long time ago. It was for a uni award show. Yeah, it wasn't really big like that. But I've worked with a couple of big brands. I've worked with the likes of Woodin. I've worked with MTN, Techno, Maggie, so many. I can go on and on by
So
God's
I mean,
grace,
are you willing to expand now since you know you've brought your brand out there?
Yeah.
Are you willing to do the runways and all those kind of campaigns now?
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I didn't even see myself doing this fashion modeling thing. I was just limiting myself to photo modeling and commercials. But then I see that people really love the fashion thing. So I'm really, you know, trying to push myself out there. So I'm not going to limit myself at all. I'll start doing runways. And since it's fashion, you know, runways is definitely something I'm looking at. Yeah, so for the best.
You've worked with all these brands. Which brand would you say, or which campaign did you go to that you feel like, okay, this was one of the most memorable campaigns that I've had?
So the recent one will be Woodin. You know, I've always been going to Accra Mall. I've been seeing the banners and the posters, and I'm like, oh my God, when will I be on this one day?
Guess
when will
what?
I see myself? Guess what? I have been to work with Woodin. I was so excited. So, you know, it's one of the recent campaigns I've been proud of to work on. Yeah.
Let's discuss some of your looks. As you can see, this you can see the screen. This beautiful king. I love this. You know, this it looks like an everyday woman going about her day, but she's high fashion. Like, there's no way you're going to catch her slacking. You know, talk to us about this campaign.
Yeah, so, you know, Independence Day was coming, and I'm like, why not I showcase, you know, our rich culture and, you know, the Ghanaian culture. So I spoke to a photographer. At first, we decided to go to a waterfall to actually shoot the concept, but then we didn't really plan properly, and then the weather too was, you know, not really good. So we're like, you know what, let's just go to the market, you know, and do something different. So we went to the market.
Like, this is because, do you know why? Because I feel like it shows the everyday, you know, so it doesn't, this is very appreciative.
Right.
Because you didn't do too much.
Exactly.
So people can really relate. Exactly. It's just that I won't wear a whole kente to go and buy brody ayatutu. But I mean, and then let's take a look at this look. This is a wedding campaign. And let's talk to us about this. Who put this together for you?
Okay, so with this, a designer reached out to me. You know, he wanted to do a traditional concept. That's something I've never done before. Yes, so I was really happy to hop on this. It was really, you know, unplanned, but then we managed to work with something. And purple is also my favorite color, so I was like, okay.
It was a win is a win.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's take more looks from here. Let's take more looks from here.
Ooh,
Let's-
okay.
Okay, girl, let's do this. I love the makeup. I love the hair. I love
thank
everything
you.
about this look. You were going out, nightlife.
Yes,
You won't
yes.
sleep. You won't sleep.
Girl has to party sometimes.
Yes, definitely. Oh, talk to us about this campaign.
Yeah, actually, it was for a loungewear brand.
Okay.
Yeah, so we shot a couple of pictures for the loungewear. This was a tennis court outfit. We went to a tennis court and we did a lifestyle concept with the outfits. This is how it turned out.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Girl, you've done so much. And I
yeah.
wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
It's Godspeed. Honestly,
honestly,
it's
I believe
Godspeed.
so, yeah.
Yes, a big congratulations to you for putting yourself out there. You can hit your chest and say, "I did this." Do you know why? Because your career started and you pushed for it. You pushed to DM the photographer. You pitched out to brands.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a story for you. Okay, you need to put yourself out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Put yourself out there. Sometimes you don't
hide in
have to
your
have
shell.
your arms folded waiting for someone and you're crying. Why are they not reaching out to me? If they're not reaching out to you, reach out to all of them. And at least you're going to get one or two to work with, and it's gonna go somewhere. Thank you so much, Vinache.
Thank you
for
so
joining
much,
me today.
girl.
We've had an amazing conversation.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
I had
you
fun
so
too.
much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was Fashion Wednesday. My name is Daphne Flashley. There's still more coming up, so do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
World of fashion, where creativity meets innovation and beauty goes hand in hand with style. On Fashion Wednesday, we delve into the journeys of influential voices in the fashion and beauty industries here in Ghana. From emerging designers to seasoned professionals, we explore their stories, their crafts, and vision for fashion's future. Get the inside scoop on the latest trends, expert styling tips, and beauty hacks to elevate your look. Join me every week as we celebrate the art, the passion, and the people behind the scenes who make fashion more than what we just wear. This is Fashion Wednesday, where fashion comes to life. Catch Fashion Wednesday every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on MX24 TV.